Hi there friends, welcome back to the channel where we focus on self-improvement, productivity, and making the best possible versions of ourselves. For the topic of this video to make the most sense, I'm going to need to go back and share a little bit of the backstory about where it comes from. So growing up, I was a extremely competitive person when it came to playing sports. I still very much am, but I have a little bit more self-control now than I did then. My brothers and I would go play volleyball with some guys in town, and due to my nature, I would get pretty wound up while playing volleyball, and I let it show. Like if someone wasn't playing as good as I thought they should, they pretty much knew it. Either I would tell them, or it would just come out somehow. This was about 5 years ago when this was the worst, when it was really, really bad. And that's when my brother Zach pulls me aside and he tells me something that has, like I said, it has changed the way that I view friendships and relationships. He said, "Austin, there's something you need to know." He said, 7P equals 1C. And I was like, awesome. Last I checked, I don't speak Martian, so could you translate that? So he explains it to me. He's like, that is the friendship formula. He says it basically means 7 praises or compliments or uplifting statements for every 1 criticism or negative or degrading comment. And he said that basically is the minimum for a friendship to be healthy and for it to thrive and grow. So if you're expecting to have a friendship or a good relationship with someone, you need to praise them and uplift them at least 7 times before even considering any form of degrading comments. Okay, I know, you're all probably like, you can't reduce friendship to a formula like that. And you're right, friendship is way, way, way more than that. And what makes it work is a lot more than that. And so yeah, I hear you. I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm more really trying to get at here is actually summed up in a quote that I found while doing some research for this video. Every judgment, all of them, point back to a judgment we hold against ourselves. So I'd like to argue a case here. And that case is that when negativity and criticism and things come out of us, that is because we are first judging and criticizing ourselves. And this is basically saying that the expression on others is the symptom, and to fix the cause, we have to look within ourselves. And the reason why I landed on this conclusion was because when I began doing this, like in that story I told you earlier, when I began trying to just stop doing those things, it was really hard. I mean, I couldn't just cut it off. It took a ton of willpower and self-control that I didn't really have. And like I said, the real conclusion that I came to is that to fix the stuff that's coming out and hurting other people, first I have to fix the negativity and the criticism and the judgment within myself. An analogy for this is like if a dam breaks and all that water comes through, it's like trying to stop all the water with your hand. You can't do it. So instead of trying to plug a dam full of water with my hands, I basically just took the water away. And that solves the issue of all of that stuff coming out and hurting other people. And some people will be able to hold all of that back and prevent it from coming out for a while, just from self-control and willpower, but eventually it will come out. It'll break and something will happen. You'll just be pushed a little too far and it'll all come spewing out. And usually when that happens, there's some pretty bad results. So it took a good amount of time to learn how to stop judging and criticizing myself. But once I started to learn how to do that, the stuff coming out of me was then uplifting and positive and affirming people and not degrading and cutting them down. And here we really have a beautiful picture of self-improvement, right? Because my first reaction was to look at the symptom and be like, ooh, I need to fix that. I gotta, be stronger, more willpower. I gotta, hold my tongue. But I quickly realized that there was a larger cause. And that's where, like I said, the beauty of self-improvement is a lot of times the only way to help something like this, improve my relationships in this way, was by first fixing myself. And I think this is the first time that self-improvement really took a hold of me. And when I lashed onto it, I was like, this is legit. I really, really like this. Not always, but many times if there's a problem or a symptom what I was saying earlier, we need to first look within ourselves and see what's causing that. Usually there's a deeper cause. And then by addressing that deeper cause, it makes solving that problem so much easier. And that's why it's really important to have miniature little tests like this, I guess you could call them, because it keeps you aware and keeps you conscious of how you're acting and treating others. Real quick, just want to let you guys know that a video like this takes around 10 to 15 hours to produce. So I really want to thank you for helping me along that goal of becoming a full-time YouTuber. server, whether that's through a like or a comment, subscription, or just a view on this video. It really helps me out, and I'm just having so much fun building a little community here. Yeah, so if you want to be a part of that, that'd be awesome. I'd very much appreciate it. We got a Discord server where we hang out, talk about stuff, throw ideas around, get to know each other. It's just a good time. So you can check that out in the description if you want to join. No pressure, obviously, only if you want to. So kind of wrapping this whole thing up into a cool little package, this friendship formula, I call it. It's fun and it's cool to remember with others, but actually it's more of an indirect way of seeing if there's a deeper issue. Like, I know for me, when I first heard this, instantly came to my mind, like so many other my friends, that whenever we would hang out, I mean, it was just garbage of negativity flowing out of me and just degrading them, and they could always roll it off their back. But as soon as this caught hold and I started switching it, oh man, my relationships just flourished. I don't know for sure, but a lot of it has to come back to this. What you do with that information is completely up to you. I'm not gonna dare try to impose my opinion on that, because every person is different and every way that they go about this is different. I do have other self-improvement videos if you want to check those out, dealing with thoughts and cognitive distortions, and just my story about how being the youngest has somewhat imposed some of these things on me. So you may find that useful as well. So yeah, I'll put all those in a custom playlist up here. I'll let you check those out and see what you think. The other thing I want to say is that while you were watching this, there's a good chance you thought of someone else that could benefit from hearing this video. So it's up to them if they choose not to express interest in this video, right? That's on them, that's not on you. But it's worse yet if they never have the opportunity to hear. And with that being said, as always, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next video.